This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28 of the Apocrypha of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, There be spirits that are created for vengeance, and their fury lay on sore scrokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force to appease the wrath of him that made it. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakarkadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I'm about to bring out. It pertains to the scripture that I just brought out, the Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. And keep this in mind, this was the second mass shooting in Belgrade, Serbia, for the second time in 2 days. Because you had the first shooting that happened day before yesterday over there, Belgrade, Serbia, when you had a 14-year-old went inside a elementary school, killed like 8 children, and killed a security guard as well too. Either security guard or teacher, if I'm not mistaken. There was like a total of 9 people, and 3 or 4 were injured as of the day before yesterday of that school shooting. And 2 days later, or possibly like a day later, you had this drive-by mass shooting happened over there in Belgrade, Serbia. I believe it was like the south part of Serbia, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a news article I'm about to read. It's from the AAMP.CNN.com, and this is published by Handy Enta, Alan Jesse Young, and Alex Stumbach, and Vladimir Benek, and Josh Pennington of CNN that published this news article. And this was updated at 6:30 a.m. Friday, May the 5th, 2023, and it reads, Suspect arrested after 8 killed in a Serbia second mass shooting in 2 days. It says the man of suspecting killing at least 8 people in Serbia has been arrested following a massive manhunt, leaving the country reeling from its second mass shooting in 2 days. The latest shooting happened late on Thursday night when an attacker opened fire in the village of Dumbonia, about 60 kilometers and 37 miles southeast of the Serbian capital of Belgrade. The Serbian media report he then fled the scene before later opening fire on 2 other villages, the Mali, Orski, and Sepsin, if I pronounced that right. And it says more than 600 members of the Serbian Special Forces were deployed to search for the suspect, according to the public broadcaster RTS, which authorized deployment of helicopters and thermal image cameras. All special police units were engaged, including a anti-you-know-what unit, helicopter unit, and police forces from the city of Belgrade and Semjerevo, if I pronounced the name right. And it says the suspect was identified as a 21-year-old named Urusby, was arrested on Friday morning. The Serbian police confiscated 4 hand grenades from the home where the suspect was hiding, according to the RTS. The Interior Ministry confirmed to CNN that they are treating this incident as an act of domestic you-know-what, but did not specify more details. A police officer and his sister were amongst those killed, according to local media. It says Melis Stanislavskovic, a local resident, left his house in C-SPAN during the night to see what was happening outside. Mistook the police mistook him for the shooter was and arrested him. He was later released without charge. It says my family stayed in the house. My child was sleeping. Stangelet told CNN. He described how the police swept through the town, checking everyone's house one by one. It was dark and we didn't know where the shooter was hiding. I was so scared, he said. And then on Wednesday, Serbia rocked by news of a 13-year-old boy opened fire on classmates at a school in the capital of Belgrade. The shooting left at least 8 children dead and one with a security guard. It says Serbian President Alexander Vučić expressed his condolences to the victims of the two attacks and plead that the government will make urgent changes in weapons legislation. We are united in pain and sorrow, Vučić told reporters at a press conference on Friday morning. This is an attack on all our country and every citizen feels it. He announced that Serbia will hire 1,200 new police officers in the next 6 months to bolster its security in schools and pled to introduce a tougher gun control laws. It says among the proposed changes were stricter conditions for people to purchase weapons, doubling fines for people finding breaking the law, require hunters to go through annual checks, and a national buyback program for those who can't fulfill the tougher conditions. It says until this week, mass shootings were rare in Serbia, despite the country's high rate of gun ownership. Serbia has the highest level of civilian gun owner in Europe and the 5th highest in the world, a legacy of years of conflict in the 1990s. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. And because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And you look up the definition of iniquity. The definition of iniquity is a noun, plural, immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Yeah, because the love of many is definitely waxing cold. So with that, this was just a sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out of the latest mass shooting happened yesterday. I believe Thursday night over there in the southeastern part of Belgrade, Serbia. And the suspect, he's in custody now. That killed like 8 people in a drive-by shooting over there in the southeastern part of Belgrade, Serbia. As it says again, suspect arrested after 8 people killed in a Serbia's second mass shooting in 2 days. So with that, hopefully this was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone for pushing this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the 4 corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom.